What is going on, guys? Alright, J. Cole is back. We are here. The Fall Off album is on the way in February. Dropped the date yesterday, so he dropped this yesterday, getting on it. This is just coincidental. I was not even planning on to react to this, but I was like, no, I got to do a reaction. So I threw my North Carolina MJ jersey on. I was not planning, like I say, I was not planning to react to this, so this fits well with J. Cole, of course, being from North Carolina. But anyway, let's read this. For the past 10 years, this album has been crafted with one intention, a personal challenge to myself to create my best work. That's putting that out there. People are already going to have high expectations, of course. All right, and this is a really big moment for J. Cole after the apology and everything. All right, anyway, to do on my last, what I was unable to do on my first. Okay, I had no way of knowing how much time, focus, and energy it would eventually take to achieve this, but despite the countless challenges along the way, I knew in my heart I would one day get to the finish line. Okay, I owed it first and foremost to myself, and secondly, I owed it to hip-hop. Let's go. Okay, so we got disc 2, track 2, so that means it's a double album for one, so that's crazy. Whole thing about the apology, I'm over it pretty much. Obviously, I wish he wouldn't have done it. I wish him and Kendrick would have gone back and forth more so than Kendrick and Drake, because Cole was much more of a lyricist. He can hang with Kendrick. I actually loved 7 Minute Drill. I guess I'm in the minority on that. I don't know what people's problem was with it. I love that song. When he dissed Kendrick, I was very upset about the apology, but I actually liked Port Antonio too, where he kind of explained more so why he did it and everything, and it made me kind of, let it go a little bit. But anyway, let's get into this. 3, 2, 1, play. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How I see it. How I see it. Yeah. Listen. I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse. The driver steered to the church. My grandkids carry the coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing where hurt. Fast forward 60 years, I got verse of the year. My purpose is clear.
Oh, okay. Yep. He's going backwards. He's rapping in reverse. He's doing the whole Nas thing. Okay. Yep. He's going backwards. He starts the whole thing. He had the line about the hearse. I appear in a hearse and I see my grandkids crying. So he's talking about the future, of course, but he's going backwards. And then he talked about something else that happened before that. Oh yeah, 60 years ago, I had the verse of the year. So yeah, like current times. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Let's go.
Listen, I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse. The driver steered to the church. My grandkids carry the coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing where hurt. Fast forward 60 years, I got verse of the year. My purpose is clear as to murk whoever dare flirt with death. The best alive, and what you now hear is the work. The inspiration was rare and in spurts, but when it's there, I'm immersed. My experience of being a parent dispersed. Watching my son disappear as I stare at his birth. And he returns to the womb, wifey stomach grown greater in girth.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Again, he's still going in reverse. So yeah, he's not seeing his son being born. He's seeing his son disappear because he's traveling back. He's going backwards in reverse. So it's, he's going back in the womb instead of coming out. So that's insane. And then talked about the girth, like, like decreasing the girth of his girl's stomach and everything. That's insane. Wow.
As I stare at his birth and he returns to the womb, wifey stomach grown greater in girth. And then declining every time we come here to the nurse. With each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first. Do I? Took the wedding ring off a finger and now I'm single, walking up the aisle backwards to an era of dirt. Falling clubs tipsy.
Do I instead of I do, because he's contemplating whether or not he wants to ask her to marry him, to get down on one knee and propose. So he's saying, do I do this? Do I? or of course, as opposed to I Do, when you do get married, but he's walking down the aisle, but now he's walking backwards, I guess. So he's single again. Crazy. This is genius. This is genius. And the whole rhyme scheme, isn't he rhyming everything with reverse as well? Hearse, everything. Yeah, hadn't he kept this whole scheme up?
It passes, I could feel my career coming first.
Yeah, first.
Took the wedding ring off her finger, and now I'm single, walking up the aisle backwards to an era of dirt. Falling clubs, tipsy with a bitch I see clear through a skirt. The cameras be snapping, blogs be yapping, so I'm careful, alert. Walking to my section, whisper right in my ear, we flirt, we part ways. I see her from a distance, she stares with a smirk. Cheers to the perks with the squad, we live for the...
Talking about when he first met his girl, I guess. Okay. Yep.
I see her from a distance, she stares with a smirk. Cheers to the perks with the squad, we live for the search of new hoes. Lusty, quick to fuck me, unaware of they worth. We leave the club, drive to the show, and I swear that it's turned. It all begins with encore cheers from those wearing my merch. Fast forward through years of rehearsal, losing, winning, bank account thinning, income streams nowhere near as diverse. And though I'm blessed, I see me stressing from hearing the chirps of naysayers who only days later I don't care to convert.
Hey, that's crazy. So church, convert, everything, but yeah, the naysayers, he doesn't care if he converts them to fans or whatever, because they're just fake. You know, he cares about his true fans. Had the whole line there about, you know, like rocking the merch and cheering him on and stuff early in his career. So he's going backward again. He's continuing going backwards to early days in his career where streams and all the money was not so stable, of course, as it is now. He's a well-known name, obviously rich as he can be, I'm sure. But yeah, it was different back then when he was first starting. Let's go.
See me stressing from hearing the chirps of naysayers who only days later I don't care to convert. On cloud 9, now signed to my hero, one of the so-called kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp. Decade later, mama cut on the cable. My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse. I'm growing shorter, Pampers.
Oh my God. Okay, so talking about like when he's, you know, would stand out in the cold, waiting on Jay-Z, trying to get him to sign him because that was his idol, and he had the whole king about a so-called king then or whatever. Or hold on, what did he say? And he had the whole line, which was dope. He had the whole line like a king that I was determined to usurp, that I was determined to get better than even. So even though he's his idol, he wants to be better than. That's a hard line.
Here's a rehearsal, losing, winning, bank account thinning, income streams nowhere near as diverse. And though I'm blessed, I see me stressing from hearing the chirps of naysayers who only days later I don't care to convert. On cloud 9, now signed to my hero, one of the so-called kings.
Now signed, okay. So it's when he got signed, all right. But yeah. I've heard stories like he would stand out in the cold like day after day after day trying to get Jay-Z's attention, like outside of the building or whatever. Okay.
Don't care to convert. On cloud 9, now signed to my hero, one of the so-called kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp. Decade later, mama cut on the cable. My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse. I'm growing shorter.
So when he peered in her purse, when he looked in her purse, saw that she didn't have much or nothing, whatever, he had to be great. Okay, that's hard.
All kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp. Decade later, mama cut on the cable. My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse. I'm growing shorter, Pampers cover my hindquarters. I watch my father walk back in my life and it clears up a hurt I couldn't explain. Mama gives me my name, then hands me over to the doctor, and I watch as my spirit reverse.
Oh, Lord.
That I'm no longer here on this earth.
Wow. That line about the father, so his father walked out early on, of course, but as he's going in reverse, his father walks back in his life, and that takes care of the hurt. That helps with the hurt because now he's back because he's going in reverse. So it's before he walks out. Wow. And then, and he took it right back to the beginning. She hands me to the doctor, and I'm no longer here on this earth. Wait, hold on. That would be going forward. Hold on.
And it clears up a hurt I couldn't explain. Mama gives me my name, then hands me over to the doctor, and I watch as my spirit reverse. And I'm no longer here on this earth.
Woo. He went the whole way back. That's crazy.
I'm no longer here on this earth. That's how I see it.
From the end to the beginning. That was insane. That was crazy.
I'm gonna come in.
And now he's kind of looking in at his life. Like after it's, like before it started, after it's over, whatever. He's so casual. He's so casual with the way he dresses and everything, but I love it. Because, I mean, yeah, he doesn't try to be fancy or anything. He's just who he is. He's real. All right, let's go. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. What's that sample? Yo, isn't that Dance with the Devil? Isn't that it's not exact, but isn't that a sample from okay, what's happening? What is happening to my brain right here? Immortal Technique. Good Lord. I couldn't think of the name, but yeah, isn't that a sample of Dance with the Devil? Yeah, it's a sample of that in there. Okay, let's go.
Who the fuck is you?
Okay, let's
Who
go.
the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you?
Got another song.
Who the fuck is you? Out the way, it's a real nigga coming through. Out the way, it's a real nigga coming through.
There it is. Let's go. Woo. Let's go.
Come view the style of the unibrow Unabomber who maneuver through the drama with the suit on.
Okay. All right. Moving through the drama with a suit of armor. Okay, cut it off. So that's a sample of the next one. Maybe that's the next single he's going to drop before the album. Okay, let's go. I'm here for it. Yeah, we don't have long to wait at all. Finally, we're getting this album.
With Chewy, get their mealtime match at a...
Hello, puppy. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's it. I thought I had it paused. I don't know what happened there. But anyway. All right. We'll leave it at that. Hopefully the sun wasn't too bright for you guys. Dang, I meant to have this up so you ain't seeing my dang chest hair and everything. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe if you like the video. You know, and consider subscribing, please. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming in. Let's see. I'm at like 7,400 subscribers right now. I've been at this over 2 years. That's pretty low, to be honest, in my opinion. I don't know. I see a lot of people doing way better than that, and good for them. But something in the algorithm ain't working. So my goal by the end of this year, by the supposed end of the year, December. I mean, I got my own thoughts on the calendar and everything. Whatever. Not about that. By the supposed, what most people say is the end of the year. By December 31st, I want to be at double that. I want to be at 15,000 subscribers, guys. I got to blow up at some point. It's enough. I'm tired of waiting on this thing. We gotta get this channel up. All right, so my goal is to be at 15,000 subs by the end of the year, at least, at the very least. That's the very least that I want. So we got to do double what we've done the past 2 years. Let's get it up there. All right, run this up. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Stay safe. Be careful. Love you guys. I'm gone.